Old friends are like old memories. They always remind you of your past, and we are reminding ourselves of the past episodes from this week of Good Company for the Best of Good Company with me, Hollie Taylor. I'm Hollie Taylor, and there's lots of cool places in the world. Sometimes it's cool because who's with you? Sometimes it's cool because of very interesting and unique structural designs. Actually, there's this underground train station, and it is phenomenal. Reminds me of the olden day amphitheaters where they were designed to bounce acoustics off of the hills or the chairs or the people so that those on the stage wouldn't need a mic. They could literally whisper and they would be heard. And that's exactly what this particular train station is. It's got this dome and you can be on one side and whisper, and someone on the other side can hear you. It looks really cool. It's the Whispering Gallery at the Grand Central Terminal. So if you ever want to go to New York, check out the Whispering Gallery and then hop on a train and go somewhere else, because you can do that. So what are some of those really cool places that you've been able to visit as we keep adding to this bucket list of cool places we want to at least visit once in our lifetime? Let me know, 905-338-1250. What are those cool places that you would like to visit? I was trying to think of where I would like to go. I really want to go to the Maldives. I just think it'd be so cool. But that's going to take a lot of saving. A lot. But maybe one day we'll be there. Producer Mike, you're young and ambitious. Any cool places you want to visit?
My friends and I are actually looking at making a trip to Colorado probably next year sometime.
Okay.
And there's not Coliseum, amphitheater, Red Rocks.
Oh, yes.
Something or other.
Okay.
Probably where Red Rocks worship is from, eh?
Yeah, probably.
That place just looks really cool. The acoustics look awesome. It's a theater in like a mountainside. I don't know.
Yeah.
We want to see a show there. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
It could be opera. It could be comedy. It could be heavy metal. We just want to see a show there.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
You can get the shirt that says, I came, I saw.
I red rocked.
I red rocked.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Any text messages?
Yeah, we've got one here from Diane. She says she'd love to check out Thousand Islands sometime.
Oh.
It's not that far away, but she's never been.
Oh, that's the thing, hey? I know people who've lived here their whole lives and they're like, oh yeah, I've never checked out this famous spot. It's like when you live here, you can take it for granted so easy.
Yeah, and then you've got some tourist who comes over for a week and they get everything done that you haven't done your whole life. They saw the CN Tower. They went to Niagara Falls.
They just did it all.
Yeah.
When I was knee-high to a grasshopper, my grandmother took me to Thousand Islands. It's pretty cool. Is that where the dressing comes from? The name, Thousand Islands dressing?
Probably. Yeah, how many other Thousand Islands do you know?
I don't know. I just thought of that. If you know, let us know. Now, my name is Holly, but that wasn't my original name. Nope, my name was supposed to be Lakeisha. I know, surprise, surprise. Producer Mike, do I at all look like a Lakeisha?
I don't know. If your name was Lakeisha, you wouldn't look like a Holly, so...
You know what? I guess we're just used to what we're used to calling people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't identify with that name at all. Holly. And then it was Sarah. They really couldn't figure out what to call me. But today we get to name ourselves. Could you imagine if you had a say in your name? I mean, I don't know what I would pick, to be honest. Holly's fine. Holly with an I-E. Producer Mike, would you call yourself Mike?
I don't know. I mean, am I naming myself as a child?
No, just today you're like, you know what? Don't love my name. I want to change it.
I like it. Yeah, I got two first names, Mike Blair. That's like a good radio name.
It is, actually.
I'm going to hang on to it, yeah.
It's like your parents planned it or something. All right, if you could switch out your name, what would it be? 905-338-1250. I know for some, they would have loved to have been named after a family member that they really cherish. Maybe there's a name that has a meaning that resonates with you. What is it? I'm Hollie Taylor, and today we are pondering our name. And if you could rename yourself, because I know some people they don't like their name. They either find it too hard to say, people misspell it too frequently, and they wouldn't mind changing their name if it wasn't such a huge process with all the paperwork and the government stuff, because that is definitely a journey. So what would you change your name to? Text in 905-338-1250. We have Dawn saying that she would love to be called Summer. It's her favorite season of the year. Well, that'd be nice. What I find interesting is Dawn is like, the sun is rising, but you want to be called summer, where it's sunny all the time. So we're just sticking with the sun theme here. I like that. All right, maybe there's a name that you'd rather be called. Text in. I'm curious, because what really is in a name? I know for some cultures, the name has a meaning that the parents would want to bestow upon the child. Maybe it's a character trait like strength or courage. Back in the day, last names were based on more the region that you were from or the job that your parents had. So we kind of got stuck with those names, like Smith. Your relatives were Smiths. Baker. Hey, guess what your great-great-grandpa did? Ironically enough, mine was a baker. Not my last name, though. Wasn't a Taylor, which is funny. I guess they switched up somehow. Well, we have sometimes a hard time loving, especially ourselves. Today is a day to focus in on that negative self-talk. How many times you've been sitting somewhere thinking, oh, that was so dumb. I can't believe I did that. Stop it. We are so hard on ourselves. We need to give ourselves some grace and space. So as we slowly try to eliminate some of the negative self-talk, there's 5 things you need to think about, and they all start with a C, starting with complaining. If you're complaining in your head about yourself, just stop. Just don't do it. So we want to talk about some of those things today that are negative self-talk, and maybe how did you curb it? Because sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it until somebody points it out. So 905-338-1250, how can we be nicer to ourselves? And what were some of those first steps that you took on your journey to be more kind to you? 905-338-1250. I'm Hollie Taylor, and I text message here from Neil. Hollie, you said 1 out of the 5 C's. I know, I did that on purpose because I wanted to share more, but I wanted to hear, how do you curb how you deal with negative self-talk? If you're criticizing yourself, stop it. Concern. This is something that can maybe start off as like, oh, I'm concerned about this. But then you could start losing control, and that can spiral into negative thoughts. Commiserating. That's another one. We're sharing life experiences, and then suddenly it takes a turn, and what would have been maybe fun or just reminiscent can turn into sharing grievances, and, it can start to feel a whole lot more negative. Catastrophizing. That's another one. Hard to say, hard to stop doing. It's a challenging one. So that's when we're painting those pictures of worst case scenarios. I know I'm going to go see my mom and then we're just going to get into a big fight. Stop it. It might turn out nice. Maybe she'll give you a plate of cookies or something. You just never know how other people are changing. So those 5 things, try to watch out for those, because those will signify that you are doing a little negative self-talk. Text message here from Bella. She says, this is something that I'm currently doing, trying to stop being so negative towards myself. It is hard, but I always tell myself, hey, it's okay. You got this. So a little pep talk. I like that. Not saying, oh, you're horrible. I can't believe you didn't do that right, Hollie. Just turning it around. Hey, you got this. A little flub up. How can we do better? So there you go. What do you do to try to curb those negative self-talk words that you're saying to yourself? Because guess what? Yourself is listening. Well, that's a wrap. Those are our favorite memories from this past week. Join me for more Good Company live every weekday from 4:30 till 6 p.m. here on Joy Radio. Oh, and don't forget, you can also catch up by subscribing to our Joy Radio podcast. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, text 905-338-1250. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on Monday.